Hello everyone, today in this video we are going to talk about measurement and errors, and after this video you should be able to calculate errors for given set of measurement. So suppose the length of this log is 5 meter. Now the question is, what does it mean and from where it has come? So answer to the second question is, it has come from measurement. So we measure the log. So but how do we measure the length? So by another log? No, we need to have a scale. So we measure the length with scale. So then how do we measure? We compare the length of this log with this scale, and this comparison is called measurement. Now what does it mean then, 5 meter? So 5 meter, I can write 5 into 1 meter, then the length of the log is equal to the 5 times the length of 1 meter. So the unit out here is 1 meter. So we compare the length with the scale which is having 1 meter. That means to measure something we need the scale. So we cannot make our 1 meter. So 1 meter is already there, someone else has decided this much length is 1 meter, and we call it standard length. So we use this standard length to measure the length of all other objects. So similarly, to measure other things we have to have some standard, like 1 meter is the standard for length, standard for mass is different, standard for time is different. So they have already decided how much is the standard, and we compare that standard with the physical quantity while measuring. Now measurement is comparison of physical quantity with the standard unit, and for length it was 1 meter. While measuring the weight also we compare the weight of physical quantity with the standard, and this standard is called unit. So a definite amount of physical quantity is taken as a standard. So someone else has already decided that much is 1 meter, that much is 1 second, this much mass is 1 kg. So we just compare the physical quantity with that standard. So 1 meter is for length, 1 kilogram is for mass, and 1 second is for time. So these are the standard, and we use this standard to measure other physical quantities. So this standard should be easily reproducible and internationally accepted. So all the 1 meter should be equal in length, otherwise it will make confusion. So and it has to be internationally accepted. But the measurement of a physical quantity is not that easy. So let us see. Out here you can see the length is 0.6, but what if it comes in between? It is 0.6 also, it is not 0.7 also, and I cannot say 0.65 also, because this scale can measure only 0.1, least count is 0.1, so it cannot measure less than its least count. So now this measurement I cannot say correctly what is the length of this scale. So measurement depends on with what you are measuring and from where you are looking. So as you can see, the length of the block for 3 different peoples are different, so I cannot tell which one is the correct. So and it depends on where you are measuring also. Suppose you have a steel rod and you are measuring it in the cold temperature and you are measuring it in the hot temperature. As we all know, when metals goes from low temperature to high temperature, its length increases, and now you will get the two length for the same material. Now again there will be error. So it is not easy to measure the physical quantity. Whenever we measure a physical quantity, errors come. So error is a lack in accuracy in the measurement, and it comes due to different reasons. So and mathematically we can say error is the difference between actual value, true value, and the measured values. Suppose the true value of a rod is 1 meter and you are measuring it to be 0.9 meter, then when you subtract it you will get 0.1 meter, and 0.1 meter is the error. So now you must be thinking, so if you cannot measure anything properly, so from where do we get true value or actual value. So in order to get the true value, we measure the physical quantity several times and we'll take the average, and more the measurement we do, less the error we get. So true value is the average of all the measurements. Suppose you are measuring something and a1, a2, a3 and an is the measured value. So n times you are measuring it and you are getting n different values for that measurement. So in order to get the true value, you have to find the average. So a, m or a bar, sometimes we use a bar is equal to a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus dot dot plus an divided by n. So this is the average. And absolute error is the difference between the true value and the measured value. So out here the first absolute error, that is delta a1 is equal to true value minus first measured value, that is a1. So similarly second absolute error can be written as true value minus second measured value. So similarly you can find all the absolute errors. So mean absolute error, so to find the mean absolute error, you will find the average of positive of all the absolute errors. So that means you have to add all the absolute error and you have to take the modulus. Modulus means you will take the positive value only. So if some of the absolute error is negative, then you take only positive value, not the negative. If it is negative also, you convert it into positive value. That is the meaning of the modulus. So the next is relative error. So to get the relative error, we divide mean absolute error by true value. So this is the relative error. And the percentage error, so when you multiply the relative error with 100, then you will get the percentage error. So now let's solve one question to find all these errors. So there is a rod and the length of the rod is measured several times and you are getting different values because of the errors. Now you have to find the errors. So first we will find the true value. We know a1 is 2.48. Similarly all the values are given. So this is the true value. A bar, I am using a bar is equal to a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus a4 plus a5 divided by 5. So I'll put all the values and divide by 5. So I'll try to get the true value till 2 decimal point, because all the measurement are given in 2 decimal point. So I'll try to keep it in 2 decimal point. If you're getting 3 decimal point, round it up to 2 decimal point. So this is the true value, that is 2.48 meter. So now let's find the absolute errors. So first absolute error is true value minus first error, that is 2.48 minus 2.48. So this is 0 meter. So I'll write the unit out here. So similarly E2 2.48 minus 2.46. So I'm getting 0.02. So similarly out here I'm getting the negative absolute error. Out here is also negative absolute error, out here is 0. So now mean absolute error. So I'll take the average of all, but I'll take the positive only. So I'm keeping all the numbers inside the modulus, and this modulus will take away the minus sign. So see, all positive value. So now you will get 0.05 divided by 5, that is 0.01 meter. And next is relative error. So relative error, so you have to divide true mean absolute error by true value. So you are getting 0.04. So till here, till mean absolute error, we will write the unit, and after that relative error is 0.1 meter by 2.48. So meter will get cancelled, so the relative error will not have any unit. So we will write the unit till mean absolute error. Now next is percentage error. So percentage error is relative error into 100%. So 0.04 into 100, that is 0.4%. So I have got relative error also, percentage error also. Now I'll write the corrected form of the length. So my corrected form of length is 2.48 plus minus 0.01 meter. So that means I will have the error of 0.01. So my measurement may vary from 2.47 to 2.49. So in percentage you can write corrected length is equal to 2.48 plus minus 0.4%. So meaning I will have the error of 0.4%. So you can try these questions, and please like the video